Yes, it's a phone video. I have a video that will be uploaded very soon, as it's done processing, dealing with the interview of Allison by David Pakman. But, you know, anyone trying to claim that video games cause people to become violent, hey, the statistics are against you. Okay? The people trying to say that video games that are sexist cause people to become sexist, yeah, the statistics are against you. Okay? There is one valid thing that, you know, people like Anita Sarkeesian claim, and that is that there is a lot of sexism in games. There is. We can't deny that there's sexism in these games. If you're trying to say that's not really sexist, you got a problem. If you're really making those statements honestly, you've got a problem. Now, to claim that they're in these really old video games where there aren't enough graphics to really even show much of anything, and they have to put a bow on a character to show that it's a woman, a female character, you know, I mean, that's just ridiculous. But it's also ridiculous to claim that there isn't sexism in a lot of these games. Now, there's objectifying on both sides. The male characters usually have to have these, you know, the perfect abs and the big arms and this certain kind of shape. And, you know, and then the female characters, they make, oh, look at my armor. It shows, it exposes my entire abdomen and almost all of my legs, and you know, I mean, there's silly stuff going on this, but it's also fantasy. This stuff is fantasy. It's supposed to be fantasy. But at the same time, a lot of it is sexist. We can't claim that it isn't sexist. So there are some points that people like Anita Sarkeesian could be making, but they're so interested in trying to demonize, just demonize things in a way as if, just like these fundamentalist Christians would try to demonize any sort of violent video games or sexual video games. Oh no, there might have sex in the game. It's so fucking ridiculous, you know? So I just wanted people to know my stance on this before I actually upload the next video. And I wanted to just be one of these cheap videos that I make really quick. And, you know, this is not a particular stance on Gamergate. This is just me stating my views on this subject, because I don't think I've really talked about it and said what my stance is on this sort of thing. So, I do wish there were people that were willing to discuss more about sexism in video games without it turning into this total demonization of games and demonization of the people who play the games, and making it sound like this stuff is going to turn men into these monsters, like that M&M's meme that goes around, you know. You know, it just doesn't seem anyone's willing to discuss this stuff reasonably. Everyone is so polarized on the whole thing. They're not willing to look at both sides in any sort of reasonable manner. People, I mean, the people that are against what people like Anita Sarkeesian are saying, they won't look at anything that she says, and they'll make it sound like she has absolutely no points at all. And it's just like, well, she has some points. They're not very big points, but she has some points. So, I don't know. I still find this whole thing so absurd, the way that this stuff gets discussed. But I guess I'm just rambling now, so